Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soulrock Dragon, here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today the event fog is finally done, and we can finally do some interludes. But before I begin, please be sure, if you're watching this on YouTube, to like the video, comment if you've got any feedback, subscribe so you can see more, follow me on Twitch so you know when I go live, and there's a link to the Discord down below. But without further ado, let us begin. Hey, Infinity Lord, welcome to the stream. How be things? Things are going pretty good on my end here. I've clearly used up some of my command spells because the higher tiers of this thing are pain. I still have the final of the photo shoots, the final note of the event to do, but I'm not too worried about doing that right now, I think. It's only one node, and I'll be able to do that later. You did most of the advanced quests. Nice. I have not progressed at all since I last said. I still have 24 advanced quests to go. But, you know, that's what the rest of the week is going to be for. Without the event to sort of muddy the amount of time I have to spend on it, I'll have more time to do advanced quests. But today is about the interludes, because I've got a frick ton of those as well. I don't know if there's going to be anything for interludes in the anniversary, but it'd be pretty cool if there was, because that would mean I could get a fair bit of stuff. And that looks to be all from there. I'm already sitting at 473. I'm hoping that I won't need to reach the amount of quartz that would be required for pity for anniversary. I really hope I don't need to, but I cannot discount that possibility. I simply cannot. But that's why I'm doing interludes, because I think if I go to... It's not under limited time. What do I not have done? Alright, make new friends. Hey, J6, welcome to the stream. How be things? Yeah, one more interlude getting done means I get 10 more quartz. Wait, my voice sounds off? Hang on. My voice sounds off? It doesn't sound any different on my end. Different in what way? I haven't messed with any of my stream settings or anything. I did just plug my microphone back in, and it might be a little closer than normal, perhaps? I don't know. That's weird. You made progress on the Gold Rush achievement, 34 out of 70. Nice. About halfway there. Doing good work there, Infinity Lord. Doing good work. But, it sounds different. That's weird. I mean, it doesn't sound any different to me, honestly. But then, most people hear themselves in a different way compared to how other people hear them. What do you need help with, J6? What kind of help doth thou require? But yeah, one more interlude, which I should do today, will give us 10 more quartz. You're lost. Lost. You fell down a waterfall. Interesting. Are you okay? Did you survive the fall down the waterfall? Or are you, a ghost right now, trying to reach out for help? Also, we're going to be doing Prince of Lanling's interlude first here, and then Jax. So, fell down a waterfall, nowhere to go. You don't know where you're going. Does only God know where you've been? Are you a devil on the run? You found a mausoleum with Rakshasa, and it took 2 tries to beat. Oh, you're talking Shadow of the Erd Tree. I getcha. I do vaguely recall where you are. There should be a way further down. You might have to parkour to some lower areas, if memory serves. If memory serves, You might have to parkour, or there might be an opening in the cliff walls that is like a dungeon that leads further down. 7 o'clock a.m. The time when most Chaldean servants begin going about their day. While there are notable exceptions, such as the night owls and servants who stay in their spirit forms, our subject is apparently one of the many who start their day at 7 o'clock a.m. See, 7 o'clock a.m. is not a bad start time. It really isn't. Although servants do not need to eat to survive, many of them choose to do so for the social and psychological benefits. Pardon me. Good morning, everyone. The subject takes a seat at the dining table. Of course, in his case, his meal consists of no more than a slice of bread and a glass of orange juice. He could at least toast his bread. What kind of heathen is Lanling? At least toast your bread, dude. Randomizing story missions, quite interesting since you could just choose some extremely difficult to get gold on it. It's already done that. Oh, so you have a randomizer that's deciding what you do. That is actually really interesting. That is an interesting mechanic, and you have to get gold on 70 in a row, was it? After quickly finishing his meal, the subject strikes up a conversation with a nearby servant. We're gonna see who. Well, what do you know? I'm a hidden eyes kind of guy, too. I see. I guess this means the day's finally come for you to lower your bangs as well, huh? By the way, on a completely different subject. Damn, he's a slippery one. Oh, Bartholomew. 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. By this point, the more diligent servants are already hard at work, whether that entails research, training, investigating, or any number of other fields. Oh, not 70 in a row, just 70. Okay, I see. I could have swore you had said something about having to restart if you didn't get 70 in a row, which made me think that is a truly evil challenge to do for a trophy, but just 70 total is a lot less stressful, I think. You don't toast it if it's just plain bread? I mean, why would you just eat plain bread, though? That's weird. Our subject has chosen a simulator training regimen as though it was the most natural thing in the world. His opponent. Yagyu, I shall be your opponent today. You have my thanks, Lord Yagyu. Now then, have at you. Like, why would you choose... Oh, that sounds like a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of work. Hey, Janice, welcome to the stream. Howdy things. Also, does my voice sound different? J6 seems to think my voice is different. But the main difficulty comes from the fact that you have to complete all challenge objectives at the same time. For example, if you fail a very easy objective, like completely the force and get gold. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, I can appreciate bread in a variety of ways. Excuse me. I like toast. I like burger buns. I like dinner rolls. I like biscuits. I like just getting a loaf of fresh, like, I can't, it's not French style bread, I don't think. Just like fresh bread from the grocery store, because they sometimes make it fresh. I just like getting that and just tearing into it with my hands, ripping off a big hunk of the bread and just eating it, feeling the crispy crust just sort of crunch with every single bite. I like doing that kind of stuff. That's normal, right? I mean, to be fair, I don't really eat white bread a lot, just because plain bread is kind of meh. Might just remove American Venom from Marina since you want to do it for the final gold. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Just, like, have a specific objective as your final objective. I know plenty of people do that kind of stuff. Also, what's with the ... J6? What I described what I do to loaves of fresh bread is, you know, it's completely normal, I think. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Forgive me for cutting the proceedings short. I simply fear that if we go any further, I may end up treating this as like a genuine duel. I see. If I may, Prince of Lanling, your swordplay strikes me as similar to sword dancing. It retains all the grace and suppleness of dance, without sacrificing the sword's weight or cutting edge. That's very kind of you, but my style is nothing to boast about. It's something I had to devise on my own. Yeah, the shorts have been getting less views, I've noticed. The views on the shorts have started to taper off a little bit there. Not a lot of damage has quite a lot of views, as does Holy Crits, What a Dirty Mind. It seems like some of them are doing better than others. I'm just wondering if it might be because FGO aren't the main videos going up on the channel right now, and it is more just, it's Elden Ring videos being published right now. I'm wondering if that is seeing a shift in viewership, perhaps. Mind you, the first Elden Ring short is doing pretty good view-wise. 152, it's doing pretty darn good. Only the one has come out so far, but another one will be... But I've got them lined up for quite a while. Quite a while. But next week, FGO videos should start coming out on the channel again, and we'll see how that has impact on things. Because I do have pretty much the whole of the dreaded event left, or to upload, rather. Not left to upload. I haven't even uploaded any of it, but I still have that whole thing to upload, which is gonna be interesting, to say the least. Going to be interesting. Sure. I'm fine with knowing what the randomizer has deemed you needing to do so far, Infinity Lord. Excuse me. Unleash Lamenters. I don't think there's any Lamenters in Night Ring, though, J6. All the techniques I use now were moves I developed on the battlefield. It turned out to be much more adept at dodging than defense, so that's what I tended to focus on. I see, so your sword dancing was forged in the heat of battle. Your swordplay, on the other hand, was breathtakingly refined, Lord Yagyu. I learned a great deal from this sparring session. My Otomariu is not ordinarily meant to be seen by outside eyes. Yes, J6? Oh. I do have it pointed at me right now. I can adjust that, though. Hang on just a moment. Oh, in the short is what you mostly hear? I thought you were talking about that's what my voice was sounding different was. Huh. I'm gonna have to look... I mean, there's... Huh. I honestly didn't review the short because it was the first of the Elden Ring Night Ring shorts that I had to make. I had to do different, aspect... Well, no, I had to do the same aspect ratio, but I needed to figure out the sizing of the screen a little bit more compared to FGO. So, I didn't actually review that one to see if it sounded good. I might have to go back and look at it. Not that there isn't much I can do if, you know, it's kind of already out there, and there's no way I can fix the audio. Back to this. That was a concern of my living self. Now that I'm a servant, a shadow sworn to serve a new master, it is no longer relevant. I see. Now that humanity itself is in crisis, we can't be choosy about how we fight back. Be that as it may, I'm afraid I cannot allow myself to copy your style. my son, Mitsuyoshi, would have no compunctions about claiming any techniques he liked as his own, but no matter. Does that mean your son has a different style than you, Lord Yagyu? Oh yes, very different. His talent with the blade came to him naturally, and his technique can only be described as flawless. Nonetheless, the world is a big place. There is surely someone somewhere strong enough to rend steel with their bare hands. Yeah, Heracles. Not gonna lie, you mentioned before, a lot of times when we're in a Discord call, you sometimes have to try to pick up what you're actually saying with the AC fan being mostly what you hear. That's really interesting, because, like, the air conditioner is a bit away from me, to be honest. So my microphone must just be really sensitive to that kind of stuff. Or it's just the ambient noise. I can see if I can't mess with that value, but, I mean, again, it's kind of, you know, back to with the issues we were having with hearing what you had to say at times, J6. Your voice was getting very, very faint and muffled at times until you removed that audio muffling thing. So, I think we're having some opposite issues. But back to what you were saying, Infinity Lord. Honest Day's Work, the Epilogue 2, and then Bridge to Nowhere Chapter 6. So I only have 2 objectives that were both time-limited. Oof. Time-limited objectives are never fun. I'm getting flashbacks of speed trials in the various game... We're like, why is it that, like, 1, maybe 2 decades ago... Okay, 2 decades ago, maybe even to 1 decade ago, most video games seemed obsessed with inserting time trials in randomly. It wouldn't matter if the game makes no sense to have time trials, but, you know, you want to earn something, you want to earn an egg for into the Spiral the Third Dragon, the third game, well, you just gotta do this time trial where you gotta run across the whole level and hit specific points within the specific time frame, otherwise you fail. Like, why the heck did we need time trials? It makes no sense. Ah yes, like the ones descended from living, breathing gods. Good point. Then I suppose we'll just have to train hard enough to keep up with them. Indeed. Oh, looks like the next group is here. I'd best be on my way then. Very well, until next time. Seems he's noticed my warrior instincts getting the best of me. What a pity. Now then, you there. What have you been doing this whole time? After being called out by the non-subject male, I decided to make a swift and quiet getaway. Who is the narrator? Who is narrator? Also, I gotta remember to move my mouse off the screen. Next one is against a Zerker. Yeah, fair point. So then it was the final challenge of the game, excluding the epilogue. Okay. So, out of curiosity here, Infinity Lord, is it like... it sounds like since these are randomized missions... So the mission select, if I can guess, you can select which mission to do from a specific menu, and you're using an outside source to randomize which ones you're actually doing. There's not like a randomize mission button in the game or anything, right? 12 p.m., lunchtime. However, the subject heads to the underground library rather than the cafeteria. Gotcha. Oh, hello, Prince of Lanling. What sort of book are you looking for today? Good question. Well, we did just get in a few grimoires and valuable antique books thanks to a certain anonymous donator. I see. Despite getting new books, she seems rather preoccupied. I'm afraid we have yet to receive the new shipment from military strategy books, I've been expecting. Where the frick are you getting book shipments from? Hold on. Hold on. This bears talking about. where the heck are they getting book shipments from? I mean, I know that technically speaking, like, from a lore standpoint, while we resolve these singularities and stuff, we can still ray shift to them for, like, supply runs and stuff, and that minute singularities pop up all around, but... I mean, yes, from other servants, obviously, but where are they getting them? Are they just going off to singularities on their own to go on some shopping trips or something? Like, why can't we see those kinds of side stories? The side story where, I don't know, where Heracles is wandering around in, let me think, in London, going from shop to shop, picking up stuff or something. Where are those interludes, game? I want to see Heracles having a slice of life adventure. Come on, Delight. Come on, Lasagna. Come on, Nasu. We want to see Heracles in his berserker form going into a random minute singularity based off of London, doing slice of life shenanigans. Yes, I want to see. Okay, I want to see that. You would want to see such things, but with Shiki, right? Am I wrong, J6? Would you not like just to see a slice of life interlude featuring Shiki? Yes, we do get a lot of insane side stories, though. Oh, I know. What about a book master would like? I could bring it with me the next time I visit him. Oh, what a lovely idea. Okay, then. Wait here, please. She should come back with some manga about mechs or something. Let's see. I think it was above this shelf. Uh-oh. Huh? Oh, no. Forgive me. This was the only way I could think to help in the short time I had to act. Oh, no. It's just occurred to me. Well, before I go, what just occurred to me? What do you mean Heracles' slice of life adventure? I did not know. Like I said, I mean, especially close to anniversary, I'm keeping a distance from the JP side of things until I know that I'm not gonna get spoilers slam dunked on my head. So I'm sort of staying away from the JP side of things. Especially because didn't they have an ordeal call drop, like, within the past month or so? Other missions, you have to be accurate with a machine gun and get headshots. Good lord, that sounds painful. But go ahead, tell me what Heracles is doing in the art, Janice. But, something that occurred to me here. Lanling, when he was interacting with Bartholomew, he had mention of his bangs. His mask could be considered bangs, and if he has his head tilted down, his eyes are probably hidden. Lanling has the pretty boy aesthetic. I think Lanling is trying to be a harem protagonist. He's trying to get the harem protagonist skill here. We gotta monitor this interlude very closely to make sure he doesn't get said skill, because otherwise there's gonna be some issues in Chaldea. There's only room for one harem protagonist in Chaldea. Jalter, she tried to get harem protagonist all the way back in the fake Da Vinci portrait event. She tried to get the harem protagonist skill. And, we beat her by bringing her into our harem. And I don't think I would do the same with Lanling, though. Don't disrespect. If you know his story, I wouldn't say that. Fair enough. If I knew his story, if you say that, then I will drop that focus. I will rescind my statement with regards to the Prince of Lanling. Heracles was bungee jumping? Okay, that sounds amazing. Bungee cord Bungee jumping Heracles. That sounds awesome. that would be such a, like, I feel like he wouldn't even need a bungee cord. I feel like he would just free jump off of cliffs for fun. Am I wrong to get that impression? It'd kind of be like what we would do. I mean, can we forget the sky-high justice bomb we did back in Babylonia? I will probably take a look at it in a bit. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Not at all. The important thing is that you're okay. Oh yes, I'm fine. Besides, it's all my fault for not being more careful. Accidents happen to the best of us. Please, pay it no mind. So is this the book you were looking for? Yes, that's it. Then I'll go ahead and check it out straight away. Thank you for your help. My pleasure. And so our subject makes a graceful exit, apologizing for his intrusion and touching Murasaki Shikibu's body, even as his gentle smile makes it clear he meant no harm. That may well be the most beautiful man I've ever met, in multiple senses of the word. Even with the mask on, he had my heart pounding. I shudder to think what may have happened had he not been wearing it. Hang on, I think I might be able to use this feeling in a story. I'll go write it down in my idea notebook right now. Oh, Murasaki. 4:00 p.m. The subject strikes up a conversation with two passerby. Jason in Paris. I see, so that's why you wear that mask. Man, it's a good thing you weren't born in Greece. Back there, good looks like that would either get you cursed or blessed, and there would be hell to pay either way. True. Very, very true. Which is why I will say poor Medusa, poor Medea. Their looks attracted the wrong kind of attention. I can understand the downside of being cursed, but wouldn't being blessed by a god be a good thing? Hardly. Sure, a blessing might mean you'd be living the good life for a while, but one wrong word and bam, the gods go divine retribution on your ass. Well, maybe they decided to go retribution on you because they think you're getting too full of yourself. Either way, the only ending you get is a bad one. Oh yeah, that sort of thing happened all the time. I see. It sounds like Greece had its fair share of troubles as well. Then again, you wouldn't be the first to hide your face under a mask. Pensy used to do the same thing. Pensy? Pensy Argonauts. Is that a nickname, or... That must be a nickname. I'm not getting any results. Pensy? You know, the berserker who's always flying off the handle? Real short, abs that could grate cheese? I thought Paris was speaking for a minute there. What? Short berserker with built abs. He's not talking about Penthesilea, is he? I was getting a bad feeling about this. Abort! What was her name again? Oh, right! Pencil... Oh, no. Oh, Jason. Rip, Jason. Rip, Jason. You mangled my name on purpose. Die! For the record, I swear on my honor I never said anything untoward about you. That said, I should have stopped Lord Jason before he shouted your mangled name. For that, I sincerely apologize. Very well, but I should mention that I have no desire for there to be any bad blood between us. Come with me to the simulator. Does that mean you wish to fight? I would have let you go if you were a caster, but as you're a saber, you should be capable of defending your honor yourself. Unless, of course, that sword of yours is just for show. I suppose you're right. Besides, I could learn a great deal by facing one of Greece's fiercest warriors in Mortal Kombat. Very well then, let us do battle. You missed Jason getting murked for mispronouncing Penthesilia's... Yeah, my tongue is getting tangled. Penthesilia's name. He called her Pencil-Lilia. Or Pencil-Lilia, I think it was. I don't remember what he pronounced her name as, but it was horrendous, and he deserved the death he got. Poor Pen. She did not deserve... No. My throat's just dry. He intentionally butchered her name. He intentionally butchered it. And I'm gonna be honest, if she approached me and introduced herself, I would not get her name wrong. Heck, that goes for any of the servants with really weird names that do not phonetically look the way they... that do not spell the way they phonetically sound. If I'm told a name straight up, I will not butcher the name any further. Mind you, the chances of that happening are very slim, but, you know, I can always dream that Mash will show up one day. IRL. 5 objectives, 3 work bad, 2 specific combined to make it a pain. It was a time objective on a specific section midway through the mission with no damage. A time trial with a no damage. Good lord, man. That sounds like a thing. I bet you wouldn't even be able to pronounce my name even if you said it to me. Your Chinese one, not your American one. Maybe I would not ask you to pronounce it to me because that would be inquiring about personal information, which is against Twitch's TOS, and I will never ask anybody their personal information, or any kind of identifying information, because I do not break Twitch's TOS. So nobody tell me their personal information in all seriousness. I've seen the truth of your words in the strength. I've seen the truth of your words in the strength of your sword arm. Very well then, our battle is concluded. I accept you as a fellow warrior and now trust your word that you meant no disrespect. Thank you, Lady Penthesilia. By the way, that mask of yours. Yes? I assume you do not get moisture buildup on your face when you're fighting while wearing it. That must be nice. That's right, I don't. This mask only covers my eyes. Hang on. So, the mask only covers his eyes. So the little bit of eyes that we see here are just, you know, decoration. And he's got a lot of eyes just covering his head? Is that what that's implying? You almost did it first and second try. You missed a headshot, which is easy. Both of those times. 2 hours. Good lord, man. You have the patience of a saint. Of course, it also extends up past my face, so I have to be careful when going through doors. Okay, never mind. He's clarified. He has clarified. I mean, masks don't tend to cover your eyes. You should, when you go outside, if you mask up, make sure both your mouth and your nose is covered. If your nose is not covered when you're masking up, then you are not wearing a mask properly. Yeah, you need to have your mask over your mouth and your nose. That is proper masking protocol. And so, good lord, so many people never wore them correctly. Yes, I've seen a masquerade mask. I'm making a joke, but that would be a very elaborate masquerade mask that Lanling has on, but good lord. Because I worked in a doctor's office in the height of the pandemic, granted, it was a foot doctor's office, so even though it wasn't considered, so while a lot of people wouldn't think that a foot doctor's office would be considered a important medical practice to stay open, because I know that dermatology offices and that kind of stuff closed down for the worst parts of the pandemic. The foot doctor's office didn't, just because foot health is incredibly important. We had patients with ulcers and all that kind of stuff. So we were a important business. We were a vital service. So we were open through the course of the pandemic. Sure, the office got a lot less traffic during that time, a lot less new patients, but it was still decently busy, and good lord, people did not mask up properly. Like, some people would have their mask barely covering their upper lip. Some people would have their mask high enough that their bottom lip was exposed. Most people didn't even wear it over their nose. It was so freaking frustrating. And the thing is, though, because I was, part of the staff, I had to deal with had to deal with a proper mask being worn at all times. Thankfully, not an N95. Good lord, if I had to wear an N95 for over a year, I would have gone mad. But still, it was just so weird that when masking finally stopped being mandatory, it took a while to get used to not having a mask on my face for most of the day. I know, it's wild. I mean, there was also plenty of people who refused to mask up, and some of them, some of the people that did not mask up actually did have valid medical reasons to not mask up. And you know what those people did instead of masking up? They wore full-on face shields. I'm talking like the big plastic screen that extended across their whole face, strapped to their forehead, and it was honestly pretty, face guard. That, honestly, respect those people for going out of their way, because there's people that would quote-unquote say I can't wear a mask, and they wouldn't do anything, but the people that don't wear a mask, or that can't wear a mask but use a face shield, show you can still be safe, In your culture, we wear pandemic masks now because we wear them. Everyone we too sick to not others catch disease. Gotcha. You used to wear a face shield plus mask and gloves. You were super paranoid back in 2020, 2021. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. It was some very uncertain times back then. The climate may have largely been responsible for this, but I've always found quite a lot of moisture built up in my mask when I wore it in battle. Was it the kind that covers your entire face? It was. I cannot tell you how terribly I felt the urge to simply scratch my nose on countless occasions. Lanling is bonding with Penth. Interesting. Sodom back to Gomorrah, Chapter 3. That sounds like such a interesting mission name that I'm curious as to why it's called that. And so Penthesilea and our subject continued their pleasant conversation about masks. When it was over, they both went merrily on their way, much to my relief. I only mangled it on purpose a little bit. Jason, of course, remains clueless. Didn't go outside during 2020, 2022 when you do 2 layers. Double masking. I mean, I can understand why you would do that, even though it was scientifically proven that double masking doesn't really affect. From a biological standpoint, double masking doesn't affect, but I can definitely see why psychologically people would double mask. I can see the psychological benefits for that. 6:00 p.m. The subject suddenly goes silent. I've been looking the other way since you didn't seem to mean any harm, but now that you've been following me around all day, I feel compelled to ask. What is it you want with me, Lord Blackbeard? Blackbeard? I was not expecting Blackbeard to be the one that's the narrator. Go ahead. Go ahead and give me the spoilers. Red Dead Redemption 2, it's an interesting game, but I don't tend to like games with guns more often than not. Just a lot of, a lot of bad memories with Call of Duty when I was a kid. Just... people were more obsessed with Call of Duty games compared to other video games, and they just sort of, it has guns, but you're not using guns. You know what I mean. I don't like using guns as the primary damage source, or anything like that. Yes, FPS-like games. I know Red Dead Redemption 2 is not an FPS game, and I have played Fallout. I do know Fallout has guns, but I tend to go energy weapons in Fallout. Because then I'm not shooting a gun, I'm shooting lasers or plasma, and I'm melting my foes or turning them to piles of ash, from which they will never arise again. That's different. It's Brobeard mode! You want to run that by me again? I just told you, what's the freaking deal with Pretty Boy? Prince of Lanling? More like Prince of... OP... Okay! Blackbeard. Dude. Context, man. Context. We all know that you put on this, act to creep people out, but you're also kind of into a lot of this shit at the same time, Blackbeard. But I need to know, man. I need to know. You need to clarify what you mean by Prince of OP Super Hotties. Are you saying he's going to get a lot of Super Hotties? Is that what you're trying to imply here, Brobeard? I mean, I know Keldea's always had more than its fair share. Blackbeard. Dude. Like, seeing a side of Blackbeard I never knew was there. Confirmed. I mean, that's interesting. He is a weeb. Okay, not that, but he's a weeb, which has always been a part of him, but this is a different aspect of that. He's not... You guys are agreeing. Fair, I guess. I mean, I don't see it. There's a lot of strong guys, but that's kind of the extent of my opinion. To be honest, I'm more focused on the waifus than anything else. Or the badass guys. There are some certifiable badasses in Caldea. I mean, King Hassan, he's a badass. First games you played are Pokemon from the Nintendo 3DS, TF2, and Skyrim clicked. Yeah, Skyrim's a good memory. I mean, would I like to be super ripped as far as muscles wise? Yes. Would I like to be the like average height of like 5'10" that most of the guys in Caldea are? Frick yes. I would love to grow an extra 5 or 6 inches overnight. That would be amazing. You know? And I would love to be as toned as some of the guys are, but that's not gonna happen. You know? Take Bartholomew. He might act all dandy, but it doesn't take long to see he's a gross creep fest on the inside. Okay, Brobeard. Brobeard knows what's up. We both agree that Bartholomew is a little bit of a creep. I believe in you, Infinity Lord. I believe. Well, your favorite is, Ash and Zhengyu. You don't mind a pretty boy? Wait, Zhengyu? You're going to play, Home Wrecker with our senpai? What about Paizen, though, Janice? What about Paizen? You're getting in between her and her beloved. Gosh, this is why all the female characters in the waifu rankings are always going to be, or that are in relationships are always in the never gonna happen tier. Because I am not a homewrecker. So you just know that Lanling guy's gotta be hiding something, too. You're jealous, then. Me? Jealous of him? Pfft, no way, not in a million years. Oh. I just figured nobody could actually be that perfect, so there must be something we're not seeing. And so what? I mean, yeah, so what if there's something? You don't need to lay out all of your flaws, dude. Like, people can keep secrets. Just saying. Nothing wrong with keeping some secrets. Well, if there's something we're not seeing, I want to see it, damn it. Besides, it's just human nature I want to find fault with anyone who seems too good to be true. Which is why I'm not going to rest till I've uncovered the truth about him. Whew, let's do this thing. Give me a C-H-A-L-D-E-A. Go, Chaldea! Oh, Blackbeard. Never change, dude. Never change, Brobeard. He's jealous of Kirtsugu. Objectives for the mission are loot all saves, headshot 5 people during a horseback escape, get to a ranch 70%. Good lord. So you essentially have to do a no damage, high accuracy time trial. Good lord, man. That sounds like a pain. And who is jealous of Kirtsugu? And so I return with my findings. Long story short, he's handsome on the inside too. What a letdown. That's why you were following me around all day? You really were a perfect gentleman. Now don't you start to, Master. Right, just look how carefully he placed his hands when he caught Murasaki. See how he did his best to avoid touching her skin even as he made sure to support her head? I mean, Murasaki is wearing a really freaking elegant dress. The only part of her that is exposed skin is like half of her hand and her face. So that's not a hard task, dude. If I didn't know better, I'd have sworn I was watching a scene straight out of a visual romance novel, the kind that induces serious blushing. Incidentally, scenes like that are called CGs in some games, depending on the genre. The more you know, am I right? We're getting drawn into this too. When did you even record that? Oh yes, I'm not proud to admit my inner badump circuit was running like crazy while this was going down. Okay, Brobeard. Oh sure, it's right between my heart and my stomach. Once it spins up, you get palpitations, flop, sweat, fever, flush skin, dizzy spells, weak knees, and hyperventilation, though not necessarily in that order. Oh, Blackbeard. You know, now that I think about it, I really should look into getting that circuit removed. Master, could we please make that man stop? Yeah, that circuit sounds like some bad news. Gotta get that removed. Oh yeah, let's take this outside. I know I might not look it, but I'm still an ultra badass pirate. The fact that it's truly makes him that much more difficult to deal with. I mean, it did look like there was a little bit on her neck, but... What a lucky break for me getting to fight on a ship. Are you sure you didn't touch the simulation settings? If you think that's all I've got in store for you, you're gravely mistaken. What? Let's just say that Blackbeard is never alone. You got members of your crew? You won't find the sad sack Blackbeard who used to lie on the ground weeping tears of loneliness here anymore. Not that he ever existed, of course, to begin with. Alright, tactician, come forth. Oh no. Good day, everyone. I am Chen Gong, the tactician Lord Blackbeard spoke of just earlier. I'm a busy man, of course, but as I was told this is a time-sensitive matter, I decided to leave my errand tasks for later and drop by. And by time-sensitive matter, well, I trust you know what I speak of. Master, just be ready to run. Alright, let's do this thing. By the way, tactician, can I ask why you're standing directly behind me? Oh no. Blackbeard, no! Poor Blackbeard. He's about to go boom, boom, boom. Alright, which squad was I using? Squad 1? Yeah. Oh. Nope. No, do that. There we go. Just pressing some wrong buttons here. Nash is already fully bonded, so... Or at least as bonded as can be. We need Lanling here. Lanling. There he be. And remove the dinner time from note. Okay. Boom. I thought you were talking to me about blowing up things, by the way. Alright, this is starting out easily enough. For now, at least. Good crit. I am gonna have to run a quick ad after I'm done with this interlude, by the way, because I'm sure you guys have been hearing the sound of a dryer buzzing. I need to take care of that so it stops buzzing. Even though it hasn't buzzed in a while, there's still stuff that needs to go into the dryer yet, so I need to take care of that as soon as I'm done with this interlude here. By the way, J6, are you still here? And if so, are you going to be up for some Night Rain? I want to try, keyword here is try, and get the final boss dealt with before Wednesday's stream. Though, I guess, you know... No, never mind. I think since Wednesday's stream is going to be purely Night Rain, I think it's fine if I don't do an after FGO Night Rain stream today. I think that's fine. I've got 24 of the 48 done. I've not done any time recently though. I know I need to, but I'm kind of a little bit lazy on that front. Okay. Why does Blackbeard have... I'm guessing the guts is gonna disappear. I'm gonna hope the guts will disappear once Changong uses NP. But, essentially, after this event is done, I will be... Yeah. After this event is done, I plan to, do more of the advanced quests, because I'll have the time to do more of the advanced quests, you know? The event has been very trying, especially on the higher, like, the higher shots that need to be taken. Good lord. Some of those nodes are a pain. Yeah, I've only got the last one. But the thing is I was doing nodes all the way to this morning. Like, as of this morning, when I logged onto FGO, I had, let me think, I had 70 shots taken, and I had done none of the extra, like, shots. So, over the course of the day, I've gotten to all of the extra shots done, and I've only got the final floor left to do. And I am pretty confident that I will be able to get said final floor done. I mean, I don't know what the final floor consists of, but I should be fully restored for pretty much all of my servants by then. You know? Excuse me. Trebuchet! Bye, Weva. Okay. Is Changong about to fire off his NP? I'm not sure. So I'm going to do a little bit of assurance here and do a pass NP first. Yeah, 216 quartz, that should put me I think that'll put me at the 650 range, which isn't bad. I'm just hoping that I am not going to need to go to Pity for the Anniversary Servant. I really hope I do not need to hit Pity for Anniversary. Because that would be sad. They need to rearrange that NP animation, by the way. Have it the sacrifice go first, and then have the arrow fired off. I think that would be a little bit better. But there we go. That is that interlude done. Except for the last bit of story here. I know what you're thinking, so before you even ask, it was a necessary sacrifice. If you say so. I really thought I was done for. No, just activating guts took so much energy. Oh no! Easy there. Are you alright, Lord Blackbeard? Plus, I mean, I am probably going to be doing rank-up quests as well. Because, again, those are just combat quests. There's not really any story components to them. So I'm very much thinking of doing rank-up quests as well in the in-between streams. Oh no! This is the music they're playing now? Man, I finally got the event CG I wanted after all. I can feel my Badum circuit whirling around. Pretty soon I'll be my own little Blackbeard restoration labyrinth. I have no idea what he's talking about either, dude. Oh, Brobeard. This has been a very tiring day. I bet. Sure sounds like it. Lord Blackbeard seemed very dejected when he left. I do hope he'll be okay. Since I haven't had a day like this in a long time, for that I owe Lord Blackbeard my thanks. Having your day turned upside down by someone you least expected may seem exhausting from the outside. But if nothing else, there's certainly never a dull moment. Yeah, that's my life, ain't it? Jolter! Oh, just showing off all the troublesome servants, but Jolter's not troublesome. Why would they show Jolter off there? She's not troublesome at all. Alright, I guess you do experience that all the time, don't you? In that case, Master, would you like to swap war stories with me tonight? I suspect that both of us have plenty of tales of hardship we could tell. Oh, Lanling, you do not want to hear the trauma that we have been through. You do not want to hear the trauma that we have been through. Speaking of trauma, I have to wonder, does Chaldea have an officially licensed psychiatrist? Because, you know, we could probably use one. Like, even before all the Lost Belt business, a properly licensed psychiatrist would probably be beneficial to me. Or the Master, rather. But, like I said, I do need to take care of some laundry business, so I'm gonna run a quick 3-minute ad, and then I will be right back, everybody. Got about a minute before the ad run is done. Stretch. Excuse me. Not that there's anyone to hear except for the future me that will be editing this on. Oh, excuse me. Future me will have to add these burps out, as well as any ad break. And it just occurred to me that I don't keep track of the ad breaks. So that way I can cut them out when I edit videos. That's definitely something I'm gonna have to do going forward, is keeping a track of how deep into the stream the ad breaks happen. Oh, vey. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the ad break should be done here. That big and wind up is for future me when I'm editing this down to cut the ad break out. So exception of the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched, probably not. That's a shame. We definitely need to get a licensed psychologist in Chaldea. Because the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched is not a good psychologist. You're gonna blow up some safes? Good luck with that, Infinity Lord. I don't know how difficult it is, but I believe in you. And yes, I will likely be leveling whoever is at the top of the level up dock. But first, we have an interlude here to do. Little Jack is going to kill Jack. That's not complicated or convoluted at all. Let's find out what that entails. Can I get a Summer Scotty here? Anybody? Yes. The only thing that I don't care for with regards to Summer Scotty is that she is a lot harder to find on support setups. Where is Jack? There she be. And Jack is, of course, in her first ascension, right? Why is she not in her first ascension? I could have swore I had her in first. There we go. And then I'm fine with this character art just because as long as you don't zoom in on it, it looks fine. So yeah, we're gonna go in here with Jack. Did I seriously have Lanling with tea time? Good gracious. I need to pay better attention to shit. I really do. But Jack kills Jack. Hey, 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 mommy. And she's wearing her second ascension anyways, of course. Are you awake? Ah, you are awake. Looks like we got lost. Your servant is over there, too. And Foe is there, too. Foe! He's so fluffy. Okay, so this is an early game interlude, then. I mean, obviously, given that we have to actually go to the London Singularity for it, but still. Jack, you're holding it too tight. Okay. Foe. Master, are you alright? Yes, I've just woken up as well. Yeah, I think retrying from checkpoint sounds like a good plan, Infinity Lord. Retrying from the checkpoint sounds like a solid idea. Also, MASH. I miss her in this ascension. It looks nice on her. I mean, all of MASH's ascensions look nice, but this ascension looks nice as well. We didn't really spend that long in it, did we? Looks like we're in London. I mean, to be fair, she has been in the Orsanax outfit primarily for the past couple of years. The exception being Avalon LaFay, at which point I'd taken it as an excuse to get her out of Ortanax whenever possible, but yeah, the Orsanax ascension is... it's a little clunky. I would definitely prefer MASH's final ascension, because that is... I mean, it's also her final ascension that brought tears to my eyes when she used her NP to block Goetia's attack. Back in the final singularity. Yeah, that was a heart-wrenching moment. Looks like we're in London. Yes, we are. This is our home? I tried to make contact with the doctor a while ago, but apparently the connection's been cut off. Then why don't we go find Mom together, Mommy? Jack, it's going to be fine. Indeed. The fresh air, good smells, and beautiful sky. Feeling sick? Yes. Well, the air feels a little weird. I mean, if it's poison, you should be fine, which means it's not poison. You look fine, Master. I wonder why. Mommy. There, I found Mom. Is that your... No, that isn't it. It's an enemy. Really? But our Mom usually comes to hurt us. Like crushing us. Right. Gotta remember here, this version of Jack the Ripper is an amalgamation of the spirits of all the children of prostitutes in London around that time. Gotta remember that. It's something else. Okay, if you say so, Mommy, it probably isn't. In that case, it's just someone who'll try to hurt us, just like doctors. Yes, Mommy, can I beat them up? I can, right? Yes. I mean, to be fair, some of the later game interludes do get into some quick combat bits. The real indicator is the fact that we're not dealing with shit with over 100,000 HP. That's the true indicator that this is an early game interlude. Doop-dop-deep. Good going, Weaver. I need to get that kill, because otherwise this was going to take a long time. Beep, bop, boop. Oh, man. I really... It's been a while since we had, like, a bunch of interludes drop, now that I'm thinking about it. Which is a good thing, mind you, because I have so many frickin', interludes to catch up on, but... I mean, I'll catch up with them eventually, it's just sort of, you know, it's a thing. This is a shorter interlude, will I do another one? Maybe. I may do another one, I may not. I kind of don't like doing trio interludes in a stream. Just because, I don't know. I'm kind of, while I do have several hundred golden apples, I want to reserve them for, you know, any raid events or ticket events. I want to reserve my apples for those times. You know? Just so that I don't have to rely on natural HP generation and all that. I mean, I don't want to use any of them, really, but I could possibly do one. I've got to think on it, just because I do need to start putting out, like, videos that are not multi-hour epics as well. Because I do that a lot. A lot of my videos that have been going up lately have been multi-hour epics, essentially, and while those are fun to stream, they aren't really good for viewer retention on YouTube. You know. So, I've got to try and think of balancing that here as well. And, I mean, yes, I could always just, like, cut the the stream into multiple parts, but if there's not any good, if there's not a good sort of break-off point for that, then it just doesn't feel organic, I guess is the best way to put it. So, I don't know. Maybe if it's another Jack interlude that appears, I might do it. but I'm sort of leaning towards no. Because I do still need to look into the sponsored streams. It does look like, I've done a little bit of research, it does look like I can talk about what options there is as far as sponsored streams. Because even on the Stream Elements dashboard thing, it says, unsure of which game to stream, run a poll with your Twitch chat. So it's like, that's an option, but I don't think I want to run a poll just because there's not a lot of variety of options. I'm pretty sure there's only 4 options total, and 3 of them are the only viable picks. One of them is like a war game, and I don't care for war games. But I've taken a look at the commitments required. One of them is a 3-hour-long stream that I would need to dedicate to the game. I would need to do a freaking 3-hour stream, and that's asking a lot from me. So I need to do a little bit more research into the matter. Because, I mean, there's also the financial side of things, because taxes are a thing in America, and I don't know how this would be taxed, if this would be considered an income, because currently, because I'm not employed / making a consistent income, I've got free healthcare, and they said if you ever make any kind of income, then you need to tell us right away. But I don't know if, like, the $50 I might get from that would be considered an income, or because it seems to be tied into my Twitch account, if it would just be added to my revenue currently on Twitch, which occasionally I get like $100 checks in the mail because I don't make that much money through Twitch, which is fine. So I need to do some more research on it. It's a lot more in-depth of a subject than I thought. Anyways, back to Jack's depressing interlude here. I'm so disappointed. I thought it was Mom. Monculus, you think it was a mage? The mage? No, it wasn't him. Anyways, let's go find Mom. That's why we're here, right, Mommy? What did she mean by him? Anyway, we should follow Jack. Mom, I can't find her anywhere. Excepting the homunculus we encountered earlier, not one soul's walking in the streets, let alone your mother. Mommy, that's us over there. What? I am Jack the Ripper. I am Jack the Ripper. That's Jack the Ripper? But Jack is us. Oh no, I didn't mean that. Maybe I did? Is that one a fake, or the real one? I don't care. I believe that we are the real one. That one believes that he's us, so we have no choice but to take him out. Now that we've met, we have to kill him so that we can prove we are us. Come on, let's get it, Mommy. So, Jack is a firm believer of, if you encounter your clone, kill them. Good to know, Jack. Good to know. I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast discovered a new vow. I really am looking forward to when they do the Persona 4 remaster. Because I have said it a while ago, back when I finished Persona 5, that I wanted to revisit Persona 4. But they didn't have a remaster of it at the time. And I do know that they did a remaster of Persona 3 within the past year, I think it was. So that has been on my thought process as far as something to stream. Because I know nothing about the other Persona games. 5 is the only one I've ever played, and I'm legitimately curious as to how the other games play, but with the announcement of the 4 remake coming like next year or something, I kind of want to wait until they officially release the remake for that. Which would mean I would have to wait, or I could wait totally, or I could do the Persona 3 remaster first. I'm just not sure. Plus, I kind of want to come up with some sort of challenge for when I do the Persona 3 remaster, because I was given a challenge for the Persona 4 game that I will probably carry into the remaster. Essentially a hard mode challenge where I only get one new shadow, if they're even called shadows in Persona 4, I honestly don't know, per major story location. So essentially, it'd be like, if it was Persona 5 I was playing it as every palace, I would only be able to get one new shadow from there, and I would only be able to get one new shadow from each major layer of mementos. I don't know how it's going to work with the Persona 4, but I'm interested to try. Welcome back, J6. Welcome back. When I do eventually stream Persona 3 and 4, assuming, or when the remasters come out, it will probably be by just the whole VOD. I don't know how dense the story is, and I don't know how much of an emphasis is placed on exploration, because a single day in Persona 5 could last for a couple of hours if you were doing a palace run, you know? It's definitely going to be something I approach with an open mind. But, story events and explorations are good to know. Good to know. As is typical for a JRPG. Oh. Did you just see that poor little values that, Jack just did on Castoria? That was so sad. That Shadow Jack. She did, like, single-digit numbers there. Yep. I mean, I'm no stranger to super long playthroughs of games. No stranger to that. I did, as of the start of this year, pick up Metaphor Refantasio. Oh wow, I'm out of AP. That's a shock. I actually have to tap into my bronze fruits. Ugh. I have to use one of my 249 bronze fruits, guys. Can you believe this? I'm only gonna have 248 bronze fruits now, and only 32 silver and 941 gold. But I need to save these fruits, man. What if they just drop a lotto event sometime soon? I need to have these fruits just in case. Let's bring Scotty primarily now. Let's do Double Ruler Scotty, actually. This Scotty's not fully bonded, now that I think about it, so let's do this. Yes. You're referring to the OG P3 enforcements who do have them. And again, I'm no stranger to multi-hour epics. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I was over 100 hours in when I reached the big point that a lot of people consider the halfway marker of the game. Granted, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a whole different ballpark as far as games, but still, I can be very dedicated when it comes to putting a lot of hours into games, especially story-rich games, because I love a good story. Jack is dead, we're dead too. Jack, that's a very disturbing song. It's fine, Mash, it's fine. Let Jack have her fun. Hey, Mommy. If another Jack is stronger than us, what are you gonna do? Are you going to dump us? Nope, never do that to you, Jack. Are you sure? But isn't that exactly how Holy Grail Wars work? Well, that's the thing, is this isn't a Holy Grail War, Jack. It isn't? Okay, I'm wrong then. You're a weird person, Mommy. Of course, it's better to be stronger. You think so too, don't you? No, Jack, neither Master nor I think that way. If we're to discuss being strong or weak, perhaps all of us are weak against our opponents. Of course, it'd be better if we were stronger, but strength alone will not help us fight. fight it out from here. I believe what we need is mutual trust. If we fight with faith in our master, and master fights with having faith in us... What a strange person you are. I've never met someone who would say things like that. Oh, really? But sure, I like the way you think. Looks like... Look, the last Jack is right there. I'm sure he's much stronger than us, much wiser, much more vicious, and much more terrible. I'm sure that one is the real Jack the Ripper. The manifestation of everyone's fantasies. He might be nothing more than a monster who took advantage of that. If you can still accept us, we'll do what we can for your sake, Mommy. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, Jack. Well, I've just officially made a promise that I'm never gonna replace Jack with another Jack. Which means that if there is ever a Fate Strange Fake collaboration, I can never roll for Berserker Jack the Ripper. It is fine, though. It is fine. I'm just permanently locked from ever having Berserker Jack. Alright, Jack. Let's delete this false puppy. And then after this, we level up whoever's at the top of the level up docket. And then we'll be calling things. Excuse me. Because, yeah. I think, given the fact that it's not going to be until, like, 9 p.m. this coming Wednesday when the next of the, Night Sovereigns drops, I think I'm fine holding off to try and take out the final Night Lord. Oh, by the way, out of curiosity, just because I'm unsure of this myself, but I did see that the anniversary live stream for FGO is going to be at, like, 1 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, which would be 4 p.m. Eastern time. Does that mean that they're going to drop the... do we think that's going to mean they're going to drop the update immediately after? Good lord, Jack! Stop with the evasion procs! I didn't want to have to use another skill, but you're forcing my hand, Jack. Anyways, do we think that means that they're going to drop the anniversary banner midnight on the 5th, so that way people can, you know, hype up beforehand, or there's going to be an emergency maintenance immediately after the panel, and then they're going to drop the update? Because the issue with it being on a Saturday is that I've got D&D Saturday. I mean, theoretically I could skip it, but that'd be kind of being a jerk to my friends, you know? Because we haven't had a full table in like a month or so, and it's very much looking like we might be having a full table this weekend, and I don't want to be a jerk to friends. Fog's clearing. We've regained communication with the doctor, too. Apparently we can return to Chaldea now. I'm gonna prepare for our return. Yes, we are officially Jack the Ripper now. A what? What is that word?
Frowsy.
A frowsy, which is a scuffy or neglected in appearance, a dingy or stuffy. So, a scruffy, bloodthirsty killer, a monster that terrorized people in London. But still, this is our name. Master, let's go back home. I want to eat a hamburger steak when we get back. Just got back from brewing your coffee? Nice, Janice, nice. I was just extrapolating as to whether we think Anniversary Banner will drop, after their panel on Saturday, or if it's going to drop before the panel on Saturday. Because I do want to stream Anniversary stuff relatively soon after Anniversary drops. But with it being on a Saturday, that means I've got IRL D&D, and we're going to be likely having a full table for the first time in like a month. And I don't want to call off and miss, you know? So just a damage buff for Jack here. That's a little disturbing. I hope that Jack does not try to crawl into our belly. Another interlude has been unlocked for Jack. I did say I could see myself doing another one, but I did not realize how low I was on AP. I really did not realize how low I was on AP. Maybe the next interlude stream, I could see myself doing multiple, just because 3 and then Jekyll Serenity are 1. Is Steno a 1? Steno's a 2. So. Okay. But I do think that I am going to be calling things here. Also, before I do that, I do need to level up. And just because of that mention of Steno, I need to check here. Where's the best way to check? It's gonna be formation. Spirit Origin list. She is the assassin. Is Steno already leveled? And slash, am I just delusional that I have Steno? I think I might be delusional. Or no. Oh, hang on. That's another possibility. I just thought of a possibility. There is... Oh, wait, okay, there she is. Oh, I was about to say, I could not find Steno anywhere. I was about to say, what are the odds that just, like, brain numb, I accidentally burned Steno thinking she was Uriel. Okay, she's already been leveled up because I thought I had a brain fart at some point and might have accidentally burned her. I thought she was a 5-star as well, so I don't know why she's sitting down there with the 4 stars. I could have swore she was a 5-star servant, but I'm just a little... I honestly didn't recall ever leveling her up. Somebody must have put her up at some point, and it just completely escaped my brainwaves. Before I actually do any level ups, though, I want to see the class score here. Can I make much more progress? So, we've got the 4 branch points here. Yep. Already starting to run out of dust. Ding. Okay, this is probably going to be the last one I can do before I'm out of dust. Yep. Okay. Good to know, good to know. And now... Whose wardrobes? A Lanling wardrobe. Robe of Sarasvati. Sure, we'll do that. We did... You know what? We did a Lanling interlude today, so I think this is a good time to do the Lanling wardrobe here. And then we level up... Koyan! Koyan is finally going to be leveled up. I've taken the liberty of changing my outfit to be cooler for the summer. But these sunglasses, they certainly are nice. I look like a celebrity trailing incognito. I'm not really enough of a big shot to be called a celebrity, you know. Alright. You know, I kind of like that outfit of Lanling's better than normal. So... let's go up to Servant, and what is my foe count? I'm gonna need to take some foes out of the presence here. So ideally, I would be able to withdraw... Oh, hang on. Show me only the foes. Ideally, I need 7 of each, but I'm not gonna get 7 of each, so we're just gonna take a tenner of each. There we go. And... it's time to begin. So, We need the foe. We need the Koyan. I think that is Darkness Koyan. It is the bunny one. So it is Assassin. And it begins. Koyan is now locked in as the next servant to be leveled up. And honestly, because I know how useful she is with regards to Buster looping, as you said, she might honestly be taken straight to 10-10-10. I can definitely see myself bringing her to a 10-10-10. I need to now take out some XP, though. Do I have any 4-star embers in here anymore? I do. Do I have any more 4-star embers in here? Doesn't look like it. So let's see. Let's use what we got first, and then we'll proceed. Go on. Auto select. Let's go. And I am looking forward to seeing which ascensions she pulls off here, because Koyan has a frick ton of ascension possibilities. She had an outfit for essentially every Lost Belt except for the last one. So I want to see some variety with Koyan's ascensions here. Get out of the latex fox suit, I guess. And we'll see what is next. Ascension! Okay, so how do you like it? This is my formal equipment. I call it the dealer who runs the game of life, the Innovator Bunny. Success and failure are two sides of the same coin. Care to try plummeting from heaven to hell under my watch? So, Massacring Technique Human. Apply human special attack for 3 turns. Apply special attack against enemies with a human attribute. And apply a state that increases the MP gauge for yourself during normal Buster attacks for a single ally and gain crit stars. So yeah, all in all, that is an excellent combination. Skill. Very useful. And I can definitely see, because over the course of the tower event, because that's what I'm going to call it, I have been using Melusine a fair bit more. And I can definitely see how Melusine would benefit from Koyan here. I'm still not sure how to use Oberon properly, admittedly. Just because his first skill is a one-time thing, or his Buster buff is a one-time thing, and I don't know why. Because, like, how is he used effectively? I've gathered considerable amount of faith. Just a little further, and soon you'll see what Koyan's Sky of Light can really do. Pure Prism. I don't have any more 4-star embers. Well, I guess I am now at the point where I need to use 5-star embers. What was that 1-star ember? Yeah, get rid of that too. I don't know where that 1-star ember or 2-star ember came from, but there. It's gone now. These Oberons, you're not a fan of his skill, especially his MP. You don't really use his MP promoting first and second skill. I did try using Oberon's NP in the ladder. It was definitely underwhelming as far as the damage goes. I can definitely see the niche uses of it, as it is a harder to resist stun, because it puts your opponent to sleep. But the fact that it gives invincibility, you need a specialized thing. Huh. I wear the spy and bunny outfits for fun. This sphere origin demonstrates my true worth. Behold, this is my bestial authority to punish humankind. For I am Tamamovich Koyanskaya Weapon, the goddess of weaponry. Though, I should say, it's been my job to protect you so far, but now I'm doing it for fun. I mean, out of principle. So, NFF special for a Buster effectiveness for 3 turns, Buster cards, crit strength, and Buster crit star gather rate. Okay. So yeah, Bunny Goddess, or Weapon Goddess, Koyan, is her third ascension. Hey, we got a super or great suck there. Nice. Second attempt, congrats, Infinity Lord, congrats. I'm just about done evolving my Koyan Skaya of the Light. And she's back in the bunny outfit. Oh, what's wrong, Master? You look so meek, like a piece of trash. Did you lose everything in a bet? Is your social life in tatters? Have you been betrayed by everything you believed in? That's such a shame. The experience of sudden fall from grace, tumbling endlessly down a hill of despair, is very familiar to me. Now you're just a nobody, never mind a master. But take heart, I'll never abandon you. Give me your hand. I delight in lifting people up from rock bottom. NFF services will once again guide you to the greatest heights of good fortune. You know, I'm looking forward to whatever kind of role NFF services has in the Servantverse, because this NFF services definitely feels like it has some kind of footprint in the Servantverse, or that's what the third Saber Wars events is going to be having us as a side plot, introducing NFF services to the Servantverse. I could see that being a plot, but I wonder. Koyan did come to help us in the story in LB7. Did she, given that context of that last line of betrayed of all that we believed in and everything, did she know that if we succeeded, that the will of humanity itself would deny us? Makes you wonder. Also, they very clearly put some emphasis on something with this Final Ascension artwork. I'm not saying it's bad, but the emphasis is certainly there, isn't it? Alright, skills time. Let's see how high we can take Koyan. Good lord, I am low on QP. Okay, so far so good. Still so far so good. True. I'm always thankful for the Melt Final Ascension after all. Always thankful for that. Okay, it looks like we will indeed get Koyan there. It's gonna cost a pretty penny as far as QP goes, but it is doable. So this will be a fully maxed out, non-grailed Koyan. Alright. I think I can safely remove Koyan of the Light from the level up order docket as I continue to level her up. And I think it is about time I start winding this stream down. So, like I said, I am probably going to be streaming FGO again Saturday. It might be a later Saturday stream. It all really depends on a couple things, honestly. Firstly, how late my D&D session goes, but also if I can get my exercise done before I have to shower and leave for D&D as well. So there's a couple factors going on there. So I'm gonna strive for a Saturday stream of the anniversary stuff, but push comes to shove, it may be pushed back to Monday. Oh shoot, I forgot my new classes start this week as well. I don't think there's going to be much as far as coursework goes for first week, but that is something I have to consider. Well, I'll find out by Wednesday what my classes are going to entail for this next 10 weeks. But that is all for future me to worry about. For now, I have been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content for all to enjoy. Like the video on YouTube, comment if you've got anything to say, subscribe if you want to catch more content, follow on Twitch so you know when I go live, join the Discord down below, but most importantly of all, have a fantastic evening, everybody.